If you have been waiting for a sign, this is it. Today we're going to get a message from the universe for you. So go ahead and take some deep breaths and choose the pile that you're most drawn to. Got a river rock, a seashell, and a copper spiral. And take your time on this. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do so. And be with you in a few. Okay, so if you chose pile 1, the river rock, then this is your message. So we've got the 2 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so the 2 of Swords indicates that you've got a decision coming up. And that decision is going to need to be made based on your intuition. You're going to have to trust your gut, trust your instincts to make the right decision here. And this card is in many, many ways about trusting yourself and about trusting your inner wisdom. And then we've got the 2 of Pentacles. So you're coming into a period of financial balance, stability. This shows that you're going to get into a more stable place very soon here. And it's going to come from this decision. So whatever this decision is, maybe you're trying to decide about taking a new job. Maybe you are trying to make a decision about moving into a new place. Something that's going to directly impact your stability. And it looks like if you can make that decision based on your gut instincts, then you're going to find yourself in a period of financial stability. Now, you'll notice he's dancing, and you still have to maintain that balance. So it's still going to require some effort on your part to keep that balance in play, but the universe is going to help you to get into balance, and then you can just maintain it. And then we've got the 9 of Cups in reverse. And the 9 of Cups in reverse shows something blocking you from the completion of your dreams. So you're running up against a wall. And it could be that you're not trusting your gut enough, and that's why you're having trouble with this decision, and that's also keeping you from getting everything that you deserve. This card is the card of wish fulfillment. So getting it in reverse means something is stopping your wishes from being fulfilled. So let's see if we can get some more information and see how we can get you out of that cycle, out of that blockage. Okay. So we've got the 7 of Cups. So that's debauch in reverse. And this card is letting me know that you're overindulging in something. So it could be, and it's holding you back. So there are tons of things that you could be overindulging in. I mean, of course, the most obvious and first thing that comes to mind is, maybe alcohol or a substance. But it doesn't necessarily need to be an alcohol or a substance that you're overindulging in. You could be overindulging in a person, in time with a person. Maybe you're spending far more time with a person than is actually healthy for you, and it's holding you back. Or you could be overindulging in food if you've been feeling down, and maybe one of your goals is that you want to get in better shape, and this overindulgence is inhibiting that goal or inhibiting that dream from happening. Maybe you're overspending, but if you're trying to get into financial stability, then that overspending again is holding you back from fulfilling your dreams. So this is a time to really think about where you are overindulging in your life and be really honest with yourself. A lot of times we tell ourselves that we need these things, the substance, the food, the shopping, whatever it is. We tell ourselves that we need it to make ourselves feel better, when the truth is we really don't. The key to making ourselves feel better is going deep within ourselves and working on our relationship with ourselves. These types of superficial solutions for feeling better, they only work very momentarily, and then you feel bad again. So definitely consider where you're overindulging. Let's see. Let me get another card here. Okay. So this is really interesting. This is that Two of Swords again. So I'm using the Rider-Waite deck here, and these cards are the Thoth deck. I find that the Thoth deck tends to speak more to our mind, our spiritual self, the non-physical side of our reality. And the Rider-Waite seems to speak more to our physical reality. So you've got the Two of Swords here in both decks. And in the Rider-Waite, the Two of Swords is very much about a physical decision, a decision outside of you. So a decision in your life externally that has to be made. But the Two of Swords in the Thoth deck speaks to an inner decision that needs to be made. And in the Thoth deck, they associate the word peace with this decision. So you need to make this external decision, but the path to making this external decision is really going within and figuring out where your spirit wants to move, where your higher self wants you to go. So this is a really good time, especially with this Seven of Cups, the debauch card. This is a really good time to take a few moments, take some deep breaths, and ask your guides for some assistance. A great way to do this is to sit down with a journal and a pen, put on some meditation music. You can search meditation music on YouTube, and there's tons of free videos. Put on some meditation music, breathe for a few minutes, and then ask your guides for assistance in figuring out what you're overindulging in, if you're not sure, and figuring out what direction your spirit wants to go. What is the decision that your spirit wants to make internally that's going to allow you to make this external physical decision? So there's a lot of the big message here, and it makes sense. You were looking for a sign from your guides. The big message here is directly talk to your guides. It doesn't have to be complicated. There doesn't have to be a big ritual, doesn't have to be a spell. You can just ask for assistance, and they're always available to assist you. Let's see if we can get a word associated with all of this. So yeah, a lot of this spread seems to be about stability in your life, almost mental and emotional stability, and finding a place of mental and emotional stability, which leads to that financial and physical stability. Contentment. Okay. So yeah, this contentment, that's pretty clear. You have the potential here for a lot of contentment. You have the potential for abundance, for comfort and stability, but you do need to do some shadow work to get there. So you need to see where you're overindulging, check in with your guides, and see what direction they're wanting you to go, and then make that big decision and stick with it. And that's going to lead you to contentment. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If this resonated, please leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And I have put a donation link in the description. Donations are never expected, but always very much appreciated. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Hey, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. If you have been waiting for a sign, this is it. This is a message from the universe for you, a message from your guides. So if you chose the Seashell, then this is your reading. So we've got Strength. This is one of my very favorite cards. Really awesome card. Seven of Cups in reverse. and the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so strength is a huge card, and it's a reminder here that you need to tap into this in yourself. What I always like to point out with this card is that she's wearing a beautiful white flowing dress. She's kind of gently petting the lion's head and opening its mouth. There's nothing forced about this. Real strength is a deep inner confidence. So it's time for you to tap into that part of yourself. And that, in many ways, that comes from self-love and your relationship with yourself. So if you're feeling right now like your relationship with yourself is lacking, maybe you're being really hard on yourself, this card is a reminder to let that go, to stop being so hard on yourself, and to really tap into that part of you that is this strong woman. We all have that inside of us. We just have to tap into it. And you're going to need to tap into it at this time, because there are definitely, these cards are some challenges coming up. So the Seven of Cups in reverse is about overthinking your options. This card often is the card of adultery. It doesn't always mean that, but it could mean that you are tempted by something outside of your relationship, or it could mean that your partner is seeing some temptation outside of the relationship. It can also mean that you're feeling like the grass is always greener somewhere else, and it may not be about a relationship at all, but somehow you're looking at lots of other options outside of your life and feeling envious, or feeling like what you have is not enough. So this is, with the Strength card here, it's important for you to tap into your inner strength and begin to feel grateful for what you do have. The first step towards changing your life and building new abundance, bringing in new things, new love, new anything, is finding gratitude for what you already have. No matter how difficult your situation seems, there's something that you can feel grateful for. And if you can tap into that gratitude, then this card will kind of dissolve itself. It will make everything become more clear. Don't pay so much attention to what's in other people's lives. Start focusing in on your life and what you have. And to add to that, that is also something that makes you more attractive. So, for the very few of you where this does indicate maybe a tear in your relationship, in your current relationship, if you can stop comparing your relationship to those of everyone around you, to those that you see on social media, that's going to actually, and if you can start feeling gratitude for the relationship that you have, it's going to also make you a more solid partner, and it's going to improve your partnership. And then we've got the Four of Wands in reverse, and this is telling me that you are right on the cusp of a lot of stability and joy, and really you're right on the cusp of feeling very solid in your life, but you've got to get over a hump to get there. So this is saying tap into that strength so that you can kind of get through these difficult spots, and that stability is possible for you. So let's see if we can get a little more information about how you should go about doing that. Yeah, this reading feels like a little bit of a warning for you. It's like you're kind of treading down the wrong path, starting to, and so it's a reminder to find your strength and get back on track. Okay, let's see what we get here. Okay, so the Nine of Cups, happiness in reverse. Again, you're right on the cusp of big abundance, joy, fulfillment, but something's holding you back. Let's see if we can figure out what that might be. Okay, so the Princess of Discs, again, this goes right with the Strength card. This is the Princess of Discs. She is super powerful. She manifests her reality, makes her dreams come true. She's very in touch with her inner self. And this is closely related. She's closely related to that Strength card. So this is, again, you really got to get in touch with your power, so that you can reach this happiness and this stability. You need to step into your power in order to unblock all of this abundance and joy. And let's get one more card here. Yep, okay, sure enough. So yeah, I do think that there is some relationship energy going on here. So this is the Knight of Cups in reverse. And the Knight of Cups in reverse, again, it's like there's a relationship with a lot of potential, and it might be it could be that you're in a relationship that's actually really great, but because you are sort of paying attention to so many things outside of your relationship, it's starting to have a negative effect on it. Or it could be as well that there is the potential for a relationship, for a really great connection, for a lot of love, but you're so caught up in worrying about everything being perfect, worrying about how you look, worrying about how you sound, are you good enough, that it's actually kind of blocking that stability and that happiness that you could absolutely have. And the way around that is come into your power, trust yourself. And a great exercise for this is to start doing, maybe just a 5-minute affirmation at the beginning of the day. So, put on some nice music on your headphones, sit down with a pen and a journal, and write down 3 great qualities that you have. And then think about those qualities throughout the day. And that's a really great way to build up some of your confidence, and build up some of your power. So go for it. And let's see if we can get a word here to sum this up. Okay. Depth. Yeah. Okay, this makes total sense. So, depth, that's letting you know you need to go deep. And that has everything to do with going deep within yourself, getting in touch with yourself, getting in touch with your own power, getting in touch with your love for yourself. And when you do that, that's going to allow you to start focusing in on what's important. It's going to lighten up all of these blockages here. So yeah, spend some time with yourself. And something that pops into my mind right away is take yourself for a date in nature. So whether that's going for a hike, going to the park and maybe having a picnic, walking along a river, whatever you have near you that's accessible nature-wise, take yourself there alone. Take yourself on a date there alone, and tap into how that feels for you. That's gonna help you to really connect with yourself. And the more you connect with yourself, the more you're going to let go of all this overthinking, and the more you're going to allow in this stability and this happiness. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And if this resonated with you, please leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. I have left a donation link in the description. Donations are never expected, but always very much appreciated. Thanks so much, guys. See you next time. Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. This is a message from the universe, a message from your guides. And if you chose the copper spiral, then this is your reading. Okay, so we've got the 6 of Pentacles, the Lovers in reverse, and Judgment. Okay. Maybe there's someone in your life that could use someone to talk to, someone in your life that could use some kind of help. And this is a card letting you know that you have the reserves to be able to help. If that does not resonate at all, if you're in a place where you feel really unstable and like you need help, then this card could be letting you know that help is on its way. So for some of you, that might be a good indicator that you are about to get some help. You're going to get some assistance in this difficult time. And the Lovers in reverse is basically letting you know that your connection with the universe has been a little bit blocked. So you've been a little bit disconnected from your source, from your higher self. And this is a message to get back in touch with your higher self. This is them letting you know. You're watching this video, so already you're paying some attention to that. And this is them letting you know that you really need to tap in. So a great exercise is to put on some music, take some deep breaths, sit with a journal and a pen, and really ask your guides for assistance. Ask the universe what you need to know right now. And then just write the first thing that comes to your head, no matter what it is. Just start writing and don't stop. And that exercise can help you get back in touch with the universe. And also, the Lovers card often indicates a big decision coming up. So along with this, you are going to be faced with a decision and you're going to need assistance with that decision. So it's important that you do get back in touch with the universe so that you have help in making that big decision that's coming up. And then we've got Judgment. And Judgment's a tricky card. It's really about everything kind of coming to a head. So maybe there have been a lot of stressors in your life. Maybe there have been a lot of difficulties. And now they're all sort of coming to a head and you're going to be reborn. So there's assistance in this card again. So both of these cards are about assistance. It may be that you really feel like you need some help and help is on its way. This may be an indicator that you should seek help, that you should ask someone for help, whatever that may be, whether it's physical assistance or emotional assistance. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And there's a rebirth happening here in the Judgment card. You can see, these people are rising up and they're being given a second chance. So if you've been having a tough time, or maybe you made a big mistake, you're going to get a second chance. You're going to get a chance to do things differently in the near future. We'll see if we can get some more information here. Okay. All right, the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is about passion, about courage, about strength. This is a reminder that you have a lot of power. You have a lot of strength, and this is going to be a good time to tap into that. Okay. So the Prince of Swords in reverse. The Prince of Swords is all about honesty, truth, clarity, and also swords tend to be about facing shadow, especially with this particular deck, the Thoth deck. So there's some truth that you're not facing fully, that you don't want to look at, that you don't want to deal with, but you need to. This is a message that it's time to process that. And again, this is something that you can get assistance with if you get in touch with the universe. And there's a reminder here that getting in touch with those difficult feelings and allowing yourself to feel those difficult feelings, it seems harder than it is. if you actually, when you actually do it, it's going to be easier than you anticipate it being. And that goes right hand in hand with this Judgment card, with this rebirth. You really have to face some of that pain and sadness in order to get this rebirth. I'll do one more. A lot of big energy here in this reading, and I have a sense of like there being some real struggles that are going to be resolved, but you're not quite there yet. You still have some work to do. Ooh, yep, the Tower. Okay. So the Tower, well, first of all, 2020 is the year of the Tower, for sure. I mean, things are coming down, new beginnings are popping up left and right, and that's happening for you too. So the big thing with the Tower, a lot of people get nervous about this card, but this card is actually a huge blessing. Because these big endings, and this again, it goes really hand in hand with the Judgment and the rebirth. When things fall apart, when we have big endings, that makes room for the next exciting, beautiful thing in our life that's going to come along, and it will come along. So you have to have this Tower experience in order to get this rebirth. So yeah, it looks like this is a tumultuous time. It's tricky. If you have the reserves to help others, definitely do. If you feel like you need assistance, don't be afraid to ask for help. You are powerful. You're going to get through this, but you do need to face some of the pain and sadness that you've been avoiding. And yeah, things are may feel like they're falling apart. They're going to be there's going to be some kind of an ending, but you are getting this beautiful rebirth with assistance from the angels. See if we can get a word here. Really powerful energy in this message for you. So I can see why you were looking for a sign. This is a big one. Exploration. Okay, great. So that's a really nice positive card to go with all of this. It's a reminder that life is an experience to be lived, and life is about exploration. And it could be that you got stuck in a rut where exploration was no longer possible, and really exploration is such an important part of enjoying life and enjoying the experience of life. So this ending and this rebirth is really, it's going to allow you and is allowing you to explore your inner self, to explore your connection with the universe. And after this rebirth, it may even allow you to do some physical exploration of the world, but certainly some exploration of your place in the world and what it can be. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear about it in the comments. And I have left a donation link in the description under the video. Donations are never expected, but they are always appreciated. Thanks so much, guys. See you next time.